I wasn't even planning on filming this today, but I have a feeling that you really need to hear this right now, and that's why I'm making this video. It's just what I wish someone had said to me when I was sad. We all go through tough times, we all go through the pain, we all go through the unknowingness, the feeling lost, all of that. I just want to be able to share that space with you and to share my experience, my tips, my advice, in hopes that it helps you as well and helps you get through this time. I know that whatever it is, it hurts a lot right now and it feels really heavy and you're carrying all of this. And I know it's unfair. I know that it could be so much better. Genuinely, it could be so much better. But these are the hands that you've been dealt with. And these are the hands that you have to figure out how to get through and conquer. So first of all, I want you to know that you're not broken, that whatever you're feeling right now is a part of life. Like, sure, there are some people who will feel it less, will have it at a less quantity or a less depth, but you were born with this emotional capacity to feel it. And so however deep you feel it, it is all valid and there's nothing to be ashamed about. The last thing you need right now is to beat yourself up about it, because at the end of the day, they're really all just hormones. They're all just building us up into the person that we're going to be in the future. You're not weak. You're doing the best that you can, and I'm proud of you. All this emotional heaviness, all this weight that you're carrying, that's all it is. It's just weight. And I know it's unfair. You weren't meant to hold everything alone, but that's just how it's turned out. If you want to get through it, it's important to be able to look at it from this bird's eye view, to really accept it for what it is. If you keep denying it, you're just running back to the same sadness that you find comforting, even though it's sad, but you're used to it and you're comfortable, which is why you keep inviting it back, which is why you keep going back to that state, or going back to that situation, or going back to that person, because it's uncomfortable, because the unknown is scary. But you already know the outcome of this sadness, of this situation, of this person. If you already know it's going to turn out bad, then maybe the outcome is actually better. There's a higher chance for the outcome of the unknown will be better than the outcome of what you already know will be, if that makes sense. I don't know if that was a full sentence. In these sad times where you're back in hiding, where you're outdrawn from everything, where you're by yourself again, I think that's genuinely very sacred, because it gives you a chance to be with yourself again without all of the external noise. And it gives you a chance to understand yourself and understand your inner child and do self-work, do shadow work, and really get to understand why you're at this point, what has led you to feel these emotions, to be in this situation that you're in right now. And obviously that's not to say that it's all your fault. It's absolutely not your fault. Like, sometimes things really are just unfair. There's nothing you can do about it except for accept it for what it is. So in this time, it's really important to be able to go inward, to really find yourself again. And don't feel guilty for needing rest, for needing to have this stillness. We live in this world where being productive is what's being praised. But being productive and working every day, working every hour, trying to make every hour worth it, trying to make everything have a certain outcome, is what a computer does. It's not what a human does. You're a human. Remember that. Treat yourself like it. Your soul is in this vessel that you call your body. Treat your body well. Nourish your body. Feed your mind good thoughts. I guess what I'm trying to say is that you should see that there is a disconnect between what you do and your outputs. The external world sees your outputs, but what you live with is what you do, not your outputs. So maybe you do need a rest. Maybe you do need to disconnect from everyone. Maybe you need to take a day just to be out in the nature, to go and do art or read or whatever it is you like to do. Rest is productive for yourself, for your soul, for knowing who you are, for bringing yourself back into you. Because sometimes in this bustling, hustling culture we live in, you can lose yourself just like that. And obviously that's not what you want. And in your mind, there's always going to be two voices. There's always going to be the voice that's good for you and the one that's calling you, versus the one that's telling you things that aren't helping. Things like no one cares, or that you're a burden, or that it's always going to be like this. but that's not the truth. I hope you have the strength to recognize that A, is not true, and B, you have the strength to overcome them, to recognize these voices and acknowledge them and let them go. Do not let them hold this power over you. In case no one has told you, you matter. Even the chances of you being alive right now is infinitely small. You were brought to life for a reason. You were put on this earth for a reason. And you matter. You matter to the people around you, to the animals around you, to even the grass that's outside. You matter. You have your own unique frequency. You have your own soul. You have your own life path. You matter, even if it feels like it doesn't. But you do, and you matter to me. And seriously, if no one has told you this, I am proud of you. I'm proud of you for being here today. I'm proud of you for clicking on this video and recognizing that maybe you did need this message to come to you. You have to combat those voices that tell you that you don't matter, because you do. You have inherent worth. You are worthy of all your desires. You are worthy of having this beautiful life, of having a soft life, of having the life that you dreamed of. You are worthy of it. And even though it feels like you're so far away from it right now, even if it feels like you don't even want anything right now, there is no dream life. Like, you don't even want to be having this experience. I want to tell you that it does get better. And I know it's cliche and everyone says that. I can't promise you that it will get better in X amount of days, but I can promise you that whatever you believe in will give you the strength to pull you through this, will help and guide you along the way, will help you get through this, get to the other side. Now I want to talk about healing, but I don't want to say that just because you're sad, that means you have to heal. That's absolutely not what I'm saying. But if you're able to go inwards and recognize why you're here today, what has led you up to this, you can go deep enough to find out your core assumptions that are running in the background that has caused you to be here today. Because sometimes if you zoom out large enough, you're going to see the patterns. You're going to realize that everything that has happened to you, you are the common denominator. There is some sort of core underlying assumption that's running in the background that's causing you to experience this, that's causing you to keep meeting the same messages from different people, the same situations that brings up the same feelings, the same emotions, the loop that you're running in. That is what I'm talking about when I say healing. Not that being sad means you have to be healed. Being sad is a human emotion. Being sad is part of the journey, is part of life. Without sadness, you don't know what happiness is. That's the law of polarity. If you think you need a break, then take a break. And it doesn't need to be fast. Healing doesn't need to be fast. Healing just needs to fulfill your soul. You can't put a timer on your healing. That's not how it works. Even the smallest steps are a win. You don't even need to feel better. Sometimes all you need to do is just feel. Even just feeling is a win. And just feeling right now or today in this very moment, that is a win, and I'm proud of you. And that's progress. And every time you look inwards and you work on it, that is you getting closer to the other side, to defeating this emotion that you feel. I was going to say entity, but I don't know how much that would make sense. You know what? Maybe all these emotions are all their own entities and they're all living through you, living through your ego. But that's a different concept for another video. If you guys are ever interested, comment down below. I can make a video about that. And let me reiterate that being here is enough. You are inherently worthy, full stop. It's not you are worthy because blah, blah, blah. It's you are worthy. The fact that you're still here shows how much resilience you have, how much courage you have. You don't have to be achieving something, to be working towards something, to having some sort of output to show for who you are. Just being is enough. Just being alive is powerful. Listen, you were created by two people who hopefully were in love. You were created out of love. And love is very powerful. You have all these experiences and situations under your belt that you have survived and powered through. You have gone through so much and you're still here today. You're here today to tell the story, to keep living, to keep becoming better and better every day, to keep fulfilling your purpose. You have done so much. And I hope that you recognize that. I hope you recognize that in yourself. If you're ready to let go of the sadness, if you're ready to stop associating the sadness with your comfort, associating comfort with the sadness, vice versa. You've got to let yourself go. You've got to recognize that if you want to feel something different, you have to be something different. And to do that, you have to make space for the new version of you. And to make space for the new version of you, you have to let that old version of you go. It's the old versions that got you here. It's the old versions that got you into those situations, that got you into those lessons, those opportunities to learn. Notice how I rephrase that. If you keep seeing everything with glass half empty, then that's what you're going to keep seeing. Because whatever you search for is going to be there. That's just the way the world works. That's just the way everything revolves in this circle that we live in. If you want to change your lens, change your thoughts first. Thank the old version of yourself that got you here, that got you through everything, that's got you standing here today. But acknowledge her work, acknowledge everything she's done for you, because she has been there with you every step of the way. But now you have to say goodbye to her, to allow the new version of yourself to come in, to let her go and allow this new version to take over and flourish. Because she's not meant to carry you forever. People change, circumstances change. No matter what, the world is going to keep spinning. Time is going to keep running. The people you know will keep growing. Your parents will keep getting older. You're going to keep getting older. The only thing you can't turn back is time. So if you consciously choose to change, you are consciously choosing a different timeline, choosing a different outcome, choosing a different way of living your life. I'm not saying that you chose to be sad. I'm saying that now that you are sad, you can choose to keep dwelling in the sadness, or you can choose to let it go and to go and find your happiness, go and find your peace, your fulfillment, go and find yourself again. Because as far as I know, you're not put on this earth to suffer. If you truly have faith and you know that you're meant for something more, it will come to you. If you genuinely know in your bones, in your soul, that you were meant for more, then there is nothing to do except for allow it to come to you. Let go of the old self, because she's not meant to carry you forever. She's not meant to carry you all the way, through all the decades, through all the years. She's only meant to be there for a certain chapter of life before you become someone else again, before you shed your old skin and start a new chapter, or even start a new book. Who knows? And that's the beauty of the unknown. When you've truly hit rock bottom, the only way you can go is up. That's the only way you can truly look at this. Now you have the opportunity, now that you've got like nothing left to lose, you've got everything to gain. The world is your oyster. And finally, I just want to say that you don't have to be better. You just have to be you. You just have to stay true to yourself. Because again, you don't have to do anything. You yourself, you're already worthy. You are worthy because you are. That's the only because I'll ever put in that sentence. You are worthy. Full stop. Period. Even in the sadness, you are worthy. The sadness is just a little wave in your life, a little bump. It'll pass. It too shall pass.